Okay, so you know how we always ask you to send us stuff that's got you thinking? Well,
Uh-huh.
this time around, we got a really interesting package from someone named Peter Trott.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, this guy's been in the marketing game for like forever, 43 years.
Wow.
So when he talks about direct marketing, we definitely listen.
Sure.
And the thing that really jumped out at us from his material was this whole idea of AI automation
Right.
and how it can really make a difference for appointment-based businesses.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It's a game changer.
Like, think about it. Dentists, vets, salons, consultants, anyone who's basically working on a schedule,
Mm-hmm.
they can all benefit from this. And Peter's point is it's not about replacing people.
No, not of
It's
a.
about helping them work smarter, not harder.
Exactly. It frees up your staff.
Right. So they can focus on the things that really matter.
Like building those relationships with clients.
Yeah, giving them that personal touch that keeps them coming back.
Exactly. And, providing top-notch service.
So we thought, let's do a deep dive into this whole AI thing
Okay. I'm game.
and see how it can actually work in the real world.
Sounds good.
First off, let's talk about appointment scheduling and management,
Okay.
because that seems like the most obvious place where AI can make a difference, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's ground zero for AI impact.
Yeah. Like, think about those old school automated phone systems.
Ugh. Yeah, the ones that made you want to scream.
Exactly. But AI is so much more sophisticated now.
It's night and day.
Like with AI-powered chatbots,
Right.
these things are incredible. They can actually understand and respond to questions.
Yeah, and they can
Yeah.
do it in a way that feels natural.
Right, like you're having a conversation with a real person.
And they're available 24/7.
So no more waiting for the office to open to book an appointment.
Exactly. Clients can do it on their own time.
Through your website, social media messaging apps,
It's super convenient for everyone.
and think about the relief for your reception staff.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, they can finally focus on more important tasks.
Instead of answering the same questions over and over again.
Right, like what are your hours or do you take my insurance?
So AI is like this super efficient virtual assistant
Basically.
who never takes a break and never gets tired.
Exactly. Always there to help.
And it goes way beyond just answering basic questions.
Oh yeah. AI can actually manage your entire scheduling process.
Wow, that's where it gets really interesting.
Right, so we're talking about smart scheduling systems.
These things are amazing. They don't just look at a calendar and say, okay, this slot's free.
No, they take into account so many factors.
Like what?
Well, for starters, staff availability.
Right. So if your top stylist is only in on Tuesdays,
The system knows that.
and it won't book anyone else during those times.
Exactly. It also considers the type of appointment.
Okay, so a quick trim versus a full coloring cut.
Right, those require different amounts of time
Mm.
and maybe even different resources.
Like special equipment or a specific room.
Exactly. And the system also learns client preferences over time.
So if someone always prefers evening appointments,
It will try to accommodate that.
that's pretty impressive.
It's all about optimizing the schedule,
Making sure you're using your time and resources as efficiently as possible.
right? And minimizing those gaps and overlaps
Which can really eat into your profits.
and lead to frustrated clients and staff.
Absolutely no one wants that.
Now, on top of all that, AI can also help you reduce those dreaded no-shows.
Oh man, those are the worst.
Tell me about it. They cost businesses a fortune
So how does AI tackle that problem?
with automated reminders.
Okay, so those little text messages or emails that remind you about your upcoming appointment,
Exactly. They've been shown to drastically reduce no-shows.
and they can be personalized too, right?
Absolutely.
Uh.
So it's not just a generic, hey, you've got an appointment tomorrow.
It can be more specific, like remember to bring your insurance card
Right.
or don't eat anything for 2 hours before your procedure.
Exactly. And it can also include any special instructions.
Like if someone needs to fill out a form beforehand.
Right. Or arrive a few minutes early for paperwork
It's all about setting the client up for success.
and making the whole process smoother.
And here's another cool thing. These AI systems can actually analyze your booking data
Like a detective.
to identify patterns and trends.
Like peak hours.
So you know when to staff up
Right. Or when to offer special promotions.
to even out the flow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's all about using data to make smarter decisions.
Okay, so let's say you're fully booked.
Right. It does all the time.
You don't want to turn away potential clients, but you also don't want to overbook yourself.
It's a tough balance.
So how does AI help with that?
With automated waiting lists.
Oh, that's smart.
Instead of just saying, sorry, we're full, the AI can put people on a waiting list.
And then what?
Well, it keeps track of their preferences.
Like what days and times they're available.
Exactly. And it also notes the urgency of their need.
So if it's something that needs to be seen right away,
The system will prioritize them.
and then if a slot opens up,
Maybe because of a cancellation.
The AI automatically notifies the next suitable client on the list,
It's like a domino effect.
keeping your schedule full and your clients happy.
And minimizing those lost revenue opportunities.
So it's win-win for everyone.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've talked about how AI can streamline scheduling and reduce no-shows, but what about the actual client experience?
Yeah. How does AI improve that?
Well, we already touched on the personalized reminders and confirmations.
Right. Those make a big difference.
They show clients that you're thinking about them and their needs.
And then that you value their time.
Exactly. And it's not just about the initial appointment.
No AI can also enhance the post-appointment experience
Oh, so.
with automated follow-ups.
Okay, so like a thank you note or something?
That's one possibility, but it can be much more than that.
I what?
Well, it can be a personalized message.
Asking how their experience was.
Exactly. Or offering tailored aftercare advice.
So if someone got a new haircut,
You could send them tips on how to style it at home.
or if they had a dental cleaning,
You could remind them about flossing and scheduling their next checkup.
it's all about staying top of mind,
And providing value even after the appointment is over.
which can lead to increased loyalty and repeat business.
Exactly. It's all connected.
And speaking of marketing,
Yeah.
Peter Trout's material also talked about AI's role in targeted marketing.
Right.
Now, how does that work for an appointment-based business?
Well, AI can analyze your client data.
Like their past appointment history, what services they've booked,
Exactly. And even their demographics.
to identify patterns and preferences,
Yeah.
and then it can use that information to create super targeted marketing campaigns.
So instead of sending out generic emails to everyone,
You can send specific promotions to people who are most likely to be interested.
exactly like if someone has booked a massage in the past,
You can send them a special offer on a package of massages.
or if they've shown interest in a particular product.
You can send them a coupon for a discount on that product,
It's all about being relevant and timely,
making sure your message resonates with the recipient.
which increases the chances of them actually booking an appointment.
So it's not just about efficiency, it's about effectiveness too. Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here,
We have.
but there's one more area I want to touch on:
What's that?
operations.
Okay, the behind-the-scenes stuff.
Exactly. How does AI help businesses run more smoothly and cost-effectively?
Well, there are a lot of ways, actually.
Like what?
Well, one example is inventory management.
Okay, so making sure you have enough supplies on hand,
So not too much.
right? You don't want to tie up your cash in excess inventory.
And you definitely don't want to run out of something when you need it.
Exactly. So how does AI help?
Well, it can analyze your past usage data.
So how much of each product you've used in the past?
Exactly. And it can also look at your upcoming appointment schedule.
Okay, so if you have a lot of color appointments booked next week,
The system knows you're going to need more hair dye.
makes sense. And then what?
It can automatically generate purchase orders.
So you don't have to do it manually
Right. And it can even track supplier lead times.
to make sure you order things in enough time.
Exactly. It's like having a super efficient purchasing manager on staff
Who never forgets to place an order?
and always gets the best prices.
That's pretty amazing.
It is. And it frees up your time to focus on other things.
Like actually serving your clients.
Right.
Now, another area where AI can help with operations is staff scheduling.
Oh, yeah. That could be a real headache.
Trying to juggle everyone's availability and make sure you have the right people in the right place at the right time.
It's a logistical nightmare.
But AI can take a lot of the guesswork out of it.
How so?
Well, it can consider all sorts of factors,
Like what?
like employee availability, of course.
Right. So if someone has a doctor's appointment,
The system knows not to schedule them during that time.
it can also look at their skills and qualifications.
So you're not putting a junior stylist on a complex color correction
Exactly. And it could even track employee workload.
to make sure no one's getting burned out.
Right. It's all about creating a fair and balanced schedule.
That keeps everyone happy and productive,
And it can even help you control labor costs
which is a huge expense for any business.
by optimizing staffing levels
So you're not overstaffed during slow periods.
or understaffed during busy times.
It's all about finding that sweet spot.
That maximizes efficiency and profitability.
Okay, so the last thing I want to touch on in this area is performance analytics.
Okay, so how do you know if all this AI stuff is actually working?
Exactly. Well, that's where performance analytics come in.
And AI can be a huge help with this.
How so?
Well, it can track all sorts of key performance indicators,
KPIs.
right? Things like appointment booking rates, client no-show rates, staff productivity, revenue generation.
So you can see how your business is doing at a glance.
Exactly. And it can also identify areas for improvement.
Like if your no-show rate is really high,
You can investigate why that's happening.
and come up with strategies to address it
Right. It's all about using data to make informed decisions.
instead of just flying blind.
And AI can make that data much more accessible and understandable.
So you don't have to be a data scientist to interpret it.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've talked about a lot of different ways that AI can help appointment-based businesses.
We have. It's pretty impressive.
But I want to shift gears a bit and talk about the different types of AI systems that are out there.
Okay.
Because Peter Trott really emphasized the advantages of investing in a bespoke system.
Right. One that's tailor-made for your business.
Exactly, as opposed to trying to cobble together a bunch of different off-the-shelf software solutions.
Which can be a real headache.
So why is bespoke better?
Well, for starters, it fits your business like a glove.
Okay, so no need to try to force a square peg into a round hole.
Exactly. It's designed to meet your specific needs and challenges.
So you're not paying for features you'll never use.
And you're not trying to adapt your processes to someone else's software.
It's all about making the technology work for you.
Not the other way around.
And another big advantage of bespoke is that you have access to the latest and greatest AI technology.
Right, because this field is evolving so rapidly.
There are always new innovations coming out.
And with a bespoke system,
You can be sure that you're getting the cutting edge.
as opposed to being stuck with outdated software.
That's a good point. And you also have a direct relationship with the developers.
Right, so if you have any
You
problem,
can just pick up the phone and call them.
and they can help you troubleshoot or even customize the system further.
It's like having your own personal AI team.
Exactly.
Now, Peter Trott also outlined some of the specific types of AI that are often included in these bespoke systems.
Right.
And he break it down into 4 main categories.
Okay, let's hear them.
So first up, we have natural language processing,
NLP.
which we already talked about a bit.
Right. That's the technology behind those smart chatbots,
That can understand and respond to human language
making them feel more like real people.
and less like robots.
Exactly.
Then there's machine learning. This is all about systems that learn from data.
So the more data they have,
The smarter they get,
right, and this can be used for all sorts of things.
like predicting appointment demand
So you can staff accordingly
or personalizing marketing messages.
based on past client behavior
It's all about using data to improve your business.
and make it more efficient,
Okay, next up we have predictive analytics.
which is kind of like ML on steroids.
How so?
Well, it takes machine learning to the next level,
By using it to forecast future trends,
like predicting no-shows
so you can take steps to prevent them,
or identifying clients who are at risk of churning.
so you can reach out to them and try to keep them,
It's all about being proactive.
and staying ahead of the curve.
Exactly.
And then finally, we have robotic process automation.
RPA.
This is all about automating those repetitive tasks,
That don't require human judgment.
like sending out appointment reminders,
Or updating client records
basically anything that can be done by a set of rules,
can be automated by RPA,
which frees up your staff to focus on more important things
like building relationships with clients.
and providing exceptional service.
So,
So it's a pretty powerful suite of tools. Now let's talk about implementation for a minute.
Okay.
Because anytime you're introducing new technology into your business,
There are always challenges.
so what are some of the key considerations when implementing a bespoke AI system?
Well, first and foremost, you need to make sure that it integrates seamlessly with your existing systems,
Right. You don't want to create a bunch of data silos.
where information is trapped in different places.
Exactly. So the AI system needs to be able to talk to your appointment scheduling software, your CRM, your accounting software,
Everything needs to work together.
and it needs to be secure.
Oh, yeah. That's crucial.
You're dealing with sensitive client data.
So you need to make sure it's protected,
Absolutely. And you also need to think about training your staff
right? They need to know how to use the new system.
and understand how it can benefit them.
And you also need to communicate with your clients
Let them know that you're using AI
and how it will improve their experience.
because transparency is key.
It builds trust.
Now, Peter Trott really emphasized that bespoke systems offer significant advantages during implementation
Right.
because they're designed to address your specific needs and challenges.
So the process is much more streamlined and efficient,
And you have greater control and flexibility.
which can make a big difference in the long run.
Okay, so to wrap things up,
Yeah, let's bring it all together.
what's the overarching message here from Peter Trott?
Well, he's basically saying that AI automation is a game changer for appointment-based businesses.
It can help you improve efficiency, reduce costs, and increase profitability.
But it's not about replacing people,
No, it's about empowering them
giving them the tools they need to provide exceptional service and build strong client relationships.
and ultimately create a more successful and sustainable business.
Exactly.
And it's important to remember that all of this insightful information comes to us courtesy of Peter Trott
Wait,
and is sponsored by New Solutions AI.
to specialize in creating these custom AI systems for businesses like yours.
And Peter Trott is even offering a free consultation to anyone who's interested in learning more.
That's a great opportunity.
So if you're intrigued by what we've talked about today,
I highly recommend you reach out
there's a Calendly link in the show notes where you can book a time to chat with him.
and explore how AI can transform your business.
Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive,
Yeah.
we want to leave you with a final thought.
Okay, hit me.
What is one specific repetitive task in your business?
That you could automate right now using AI.
And what impact would that have on your staff and your clients?
It's a question worth pondering.
Absolutely. So think about it and let us know what you come up with.
We'd love to hear your ideas.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
We hope you found it informative and inspiring.
And maybe even a little bit mind-blowing.
Until next time,
And let's stay curious.
and keep innovating.
See you later.
Bye.